Why are we doing this? What is it all about? What's first aid? Who makes these decisions on first aid? Well, there's a symbol you're probably familiar with, the Health and Safety Authority. That's where we get our guidance from. The course, First Aid Response, and in brackets you see FAR. So people refer to it as the FAR course. The Pre-Hospital Emergency Care Council, they're also known as PHECC, PHECC. I know you're probably thinking, only in Ireland are you going to have a regulator called PHECC, but there you go. But the Pre-Hospital Emergency Care Council First Aid Response Training Standard is a recognised standard for occupational first aid in the workplaces. Some of you, this may not be your first rodeo, you may have done first aid in the past, and you may very well have done the 3-day occupational first aid course. And this FAR course, as it's called, is also 3 days long. In June of 2018, the Health and Safety Authority basically changed the title, for want of a better description. They don't refer to it as occupational first aid anymore. They refer to it as the First Aid Response course. So just change the name, and it did take a little bit of fiddling around so that the I suppose the syllabus and the information was more or less the same. PHECC is the statutory regulator responsible for developing education and training standards for a suite of responder level courses, such as cardiac first response, referred to as the CFR, and of course, first aid response, FAR or FAR. Some of you guys may even be part of a cardiac first response community program. There are lots of them in the country. I'm involved myself in a local community first responder group. And these are people who go on call to the National Ambulance Service. And the call comes in, and if you're available, you're under no pressure. If you're available, you turn out. And they've got systems in place where they know you're turning out, and they know when you've arrived, and they know when you've finished up. It's a great little system because you're basically going out to assist people and help people within your locality. Recognised institutions and approved training institutions, often referred to as RIs and ATIs, are authorised by PHECC to deliver, examine and issue joint PHECC institution course completion certificates to successful students. So there's one thing you're going to notice about first aid is that a lot of abbreviations and mnemonics, so please bear with me. So you'll hear me often refer to a CFR or a FAR or the RI or the ATI. I will hopefully remember to give you the proper titles as we go along, and hopefully it won't confuse the issue too much. In healthcare, there are lots of abbreviations, there's lots of medical jargon, and I will do my best to try and water that down as we progress through the theory sections of your class.